Action. Hi. Action. Action. Alright, Vasily, Yulia, thank you for being with us.
Thank you too.
You two play the Russians who give the money and the drugs over to Andrea and get involved in the fight. I'm gonna start with you, Vasily, and you play the mafia boss, and a mafia boss just like Wanzo, Mr. Wanzo. And it'd be interesting to know your thoughts on the difference between these two characters, since they are, on screen, rather different.
I think there is a huge difference between our characters. First of all, Mr. Wanzo's character is really rude, really violent, brutal, and my character is not so. My character is really intelligent, very calm all the time, and he all the time controls the situation and manipulate people, and I think that's why he's still alive in the second part of the movie.
Definitely. You've been playing alongside, acting alongside Mr. Wanzo, who is one of the all-time legends of Hollywood cinema, and been nominated 3 times for the Academy Award. Do you think you can make it this time? Since
I'm sure, because he's an amazing actor, and I think the best one at the moment.
Absolutely agree with my Russian colleague.
Great. Thank you very much for having us on this interview.
Thank you.
All the best for the future. Thanks.
It's a pleasure for us.
Ciao, Gleda.
Ciao.
Alright guys, Chiara, Andrea, thank you for being here with us for the DVD extras.
Hi Roger.
So, you two, not the first role you've had together. I'm going to start with you, Andrea, for a question, since you were already present on the first movie. You were in Usual Sardines 1, which was, to be frank, a huge surprise as a success, and a pleasant surprise, definitely. We all had fun seeing it. But I'd like to hear your thoughts on how you found it different acting first as a very young actor on a surprise movie, and now as a more experienced actor on such a large blockbuster, which has, let's face it, very, very high expectations.
I mean, Usual Sardines 1 was my first experience in movies, so I was learning a lot, I was studying a lot at the time, and everything was new. Usual Sardines 2 was, for me, I was more experienced, I was familiar with the film and everything, and it was really great. The script was good, actors were great, and the money was good too as well, and we got some good surprises this time.
So speaking of the good actors, of course, Chiara, we've got you now. Splendid presence on set.
Oh, thank you, Roger. You're always so nice.
I mean, we've seen you many times in romantic comedies this year. We've seen you recently acting with Andrea in Love at First Sight, another great movie.
He's my favorite partner, you know.
And just about that, we were going to ask you, since you've acted with him before, you've acted in a lot of romantic comedies, it must have been a rather large change for you to go from purely romantic and dialogue-based movies to something of such intense physical action. And yeah, and also, can you give us your thoughts on that, and also on what it was like acting beside Andrea in an antagonist role for once?
Well, acting in this action movie was really demanding because I had to do a lot of physical training. You know, I had to train in the gym for like 6 months every day for hours and hours, and I had to gain 5 kilos in muscle. So it was really, really hard for me. But I'm really satisfied with the result, with the outcome. So it was really great and really good for me. Talking about my relationship with Andrea, well, it's great to work with him, to act with him, and this time was really funny that instead of kissing him I had to shoot him. It was really, really nice, and the chemistry among us is always very, very good.
It did look that way, certainly from the previews, and talking about chemistry, it'd be nice to have a few thoughts from both of you on just the chemistry on set, and namely what it was like working with Mr. Wonzo.
I mean, that's awesome. Wonzo's the best. He's the best in the scene. He'll get the Oscar this time, and he's really top for me.
Because Mr. Wonzo's been nominated 3 times for the Academy Awards, and
I'm sure he'll get it this time.
you think this is a good time for him?
It is.
Definitely,
it is.
definitely.
Yes.
Yes.
Alright, well, we wish him the best, and hopefully we'll have him on set shortly. Alright, thank you very much.
Thank you, Roger.
Thank you, Roger.
Alright, hey Fred, thanks for being with us. You play the Russian hitman. Very interesting, I must say, probably perhaps the most complex and interesting of the characters. What do you have to say about this character who is really quite difficult to pin down in the movie?
Well, at first, when I first read the screenplay, I thought that the director had no fucking clue of what the character was about. But no, speaking seriously.
Action. Yes, we definitely feel that way, especially after we saw the second screening. We definitely understood your motives behind it, which are very well written, we must say. And you're a very young actor. This is your first big movie on a big production set with Universal. So what was it like not only being in such a big movie, but also acting besides the legendary likes of Mr. Wonzo, who's 3-time Academy Award winner, 2-time Golden Globe Award winner?
Well, Wonzo for me is something like a lighthouse in the dark sea. I mean, he's probably the best actor that the world has had in the last 10 years. So I hope that following him, my career will follow the same steps, because he's probably the best one in the last period.
We definitely wish it for you, Fred. Thank you very much for being with us.
Thanks.
So, Mr. Wonzo, you claim that this role was very physically demanding. Can you let us know a little bit of what you had to do to prepare for the role from a physical point of view?
Il tuo personaggio era abbastanza difficile da interpretare dal punto di vista fisico, però ti sei allenato per riuscire a interpretare questo personaggio?
In realtà non ho fatto molta attività fisica a livello di palestra così, ma ho smesso di bere gli sbagliati.
Actually, he didn't train so much, but he gave up drinking.
Well, that's already a good effort from that side. Thank you, Mr. Wonzo.
Ma sto ridendo?
Alright, so Andrea, on the last movie, you actually acted across Armando Pasuelo, and that chemistry, that sort of duel on screen was one of the reasons the movie was so successful. Do you think that you managed to sort of fill his missing role, which when you were disappointed was not present in the new movie? And how do you do that, and how do you feel about acting without him in the new movie?
I mean, teaming up with Armando in Usual Sardines 1 was really great. I mean, he's an experienced actor. I think he's one of the greatest guys on the scene, and I must say I was missing something without him in this second release. And I'm sorry he had these problems with Universal, and but now he's doing fine. He's in LA, doing some stuff with Paramount, I don't know what. But really, we miss you, Armando, and hope to see you back again.
Do you think the movie actually misses something with Armando here? Do you think that you've been able to make something new, something better even without him?
I mean, the movie probably was greater. I don't know, the sales will tell, but yeah, we did miss something, definitely.
Right, thank you, Andrea, for that.
Thank you, Roger. Thanks.
Cheers.